Hello and welcome back to the dojo. I'm your host, Professor Sensei, and I'm glad you can make it. I'm glad you're tuning in. Today's topic of discussion: honesty truly is the best policy. Yes, honesty truly is the best policy. Why do I say that? How does it say? Why is honesty the best policy? Because being honest, you get genuine reaction. You get honest feedback. I didn't say be naive. I said being honest. And what is being honest? You can be brutally honest. You can be subtly honest. You can just be straight up honest. There are degrees to it. But ultimately, when you're not trying to deceive, when you're just freely giving the information out for people to make their own judgment or make their own decisions, that's being honest. That's being honest. I didn't use Oxford or anything. That's just from my life experience. Being honest is just being forthcoming, being truthful. And when you do that, usually you reap positive results or positive reactions. The alternative is being dishonest. And now, at first, you may not receive any backlash just because people don't know that they've been lied to. But when people figure out that you're a trickster or you're manipulative or you lie, you become untrustworthy. You become disliked. People want to distance themselves from you. Now, your lies may not come out right away. Like I said, people may not realize right away they were lied to. You know what I mean? You can fool most of the people most of the time, but you can't fool all the people all of the time. Another reason why honesty is the best policy. I'll give you a little story. I had got locked up when I was younger. I think I was maybe like 16, 17 or something. Right? And I would take electronics from a particular store and sell them at like a pawn shop or another store. I got in trouble for that. Yes. But the main reason why I got in trouble for what I did was because I wasn't forthcoming, I wasn't honest. The police lady that was on my case or whatever, she gave me a chance to basically get off the hook. But because I lied to her, she made me stay in jail for 2 weeks. Just because I was dishonest. If I was just honest with her, where she already knew what happened, right? She did that because she felt like I disrespected her. See, when you lie to people to their face, it's almost like an insult to them. Another reason why honesty is the best policy. Yes, it's best to be honest. Now, it took me making dishonest mistakes for me to realize the value of honesty, but I always knew honesty was good. I always knew it was good. Right? When you're younger, you believe that you can get away with anything. Oh, it's not going to happen to me. Oh, I'm too smart for that. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to get caught. Okay. All right. I'm telling you now, honesty is the best policy. But if you think that you're smarter, more analytical, more better prepared than this system that's been working to prevent people from doing crime, such as the surveillance cameras, such as all this fingerprinting and eye detection, all this new technology, you know what I mean, to prevent people from stealing. If you think if you think you're gonna outplay that system, all I'm gonna say is be my guest. And when you get the results, please report back and let me know what happened. I would love to know. I'm curious to see if this is possible. I know there's somebody out there who can do it, but you probably gotta be into hacking and all that. You know what I mean? You probably gotta know how to disable computers or rewrite code and all that other nonsense, and the average person is not doing that. Okay. But to take it a step further, you know what I mean? honesty is the best policy. In relationships, right? I'm gonna tell you, honesty is the best policy, because if you're being truthful, you're being genuine, you're being honest, and someone still doesn't like you for who you are, you dodged a bullet. You saved some time. Probably saved some heartbreak. You know what I mean? It's better to find out now than later on somebody ain't really feeling you. And also another thing, if you start off dishonest and they see that you weren't being honest with them in the beginning, that's definitely a turn up. Well, I've been lied to. I don't even know this person. You know what I mean? I'm sharing my bed with a stranger. You know what I mean? That's probably how it would feel. It's probably how it would feel. So again, honesty is the best policy. Now, this world, to a degree, it conditions you to be dishonest. It conditions you to be dishonest. How so, Hawk Sensei? I got you. When you go to apply for a job, if you was to tell them everything about you, or whatever thoughts that you have, you just spill it all out on the interview, right? They know that they can't hire you. Why is that? Because they know that you don't know how to put your best foot forward. You don't know how to play the game. You don't know how to put on your best image or your best face. You don't know how to articulate properly. You don't know how to present yourself in a professional manner, because work, more often than not, is a professional environment. So you have to present yourself in a professional manner to work in a professional arena. That's how that goes. The world conditions you to omit certain details. We're not going to outright say that's dishonest, but you're not putting that where anybody can see, right? And that's what you have to do. You have to present yourself the best way possible. Even if you don't have the best record, you know what I mean? You can still get a job if you can present yourself the proper way, or make a good impression on somebody who's in charge of onboarding and hiring and stuff like that, right? That's another example of honesty is the best policy, even though this world conditions you to be somewhat dishonest. In that dishonesty, you still have to be honest about your work history. You have to be honest about your experience and all those other things. But you have to be somewhat dishonest in the presentation. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Now, before I wrap this thing up, I also want to tell you honesty is the best policy. It's because it's easy to forget the lies that you have told. Yes. It's easy to forget the lies you told. Every time you lie, you have to remember the lie that you told verbatim. Every single time. You might as well have to make a journal. And then if anybody ever finds that journal, they can see every single time that you lied. So it becomes a hassle. It becomes a job. It becomes work to keep track of all the things that you lied about. So to prevent astronomical levels of stress, just be honest. Just keep it a buck. Honesty is the best policy. Hope I made some sense. Hope you learned something today. You don't need to be out here trying to lie to people. You don't need to be out here trying to pretend to be something that you're not. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Being your genuine self, you're gonna attract genuine people who like you for you. And that goes in all arenas. It's not just at home, it's not just at school, it's not just in the neighborhood, it's everywhere. Yes, even online, even social media. Everywhere. Honesty is the best policy. Because it's easy to find out if somebody lying nowadays. We can just pull up the receipts. But yeah, hope that you like this one. If you made it this far, I know that you like it. So go ahead, leave a like. And while you're at it, go ahead and share. Don't be stingy. Other people need to hear this. And last but not least, subscribe. Because you came back too many times not to push that button. That being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei, bid you adieu. Hope you're waking up every day with a plan and a purpose and a smile. If you're not waking up with all that, hey, at least you're still waking up. Till next time, y'all. Class dismissed.